G'day Maths Legends. It's time to chill out a little bit because today we're going to be looking at subtraction of decimals. It's not too hard, but we're going to also be looking at estimation as a way to check our answers for reasonableness. Okay, good luck. Okay guys, first off we're going to look at this number here. So this is a decimal, and we can see that this is a decimal because we've got a decimal place banks back in the middle. Okay, now if we look at the first part, we can see that there is all the ones column. This here is the ones column. All right, so this part here is that ones column. You can see it's written down here, ones. Then you've got your tenths, with a TH after the decimal point. Everything has a THS. So we've got a decimal point here, then you've got tenths, and then you've got 100ths. Now, if we were to, let's say, add a 5 over here, all right, now we're talking about hundredths, thousandths. So we're talking about thousands, because hundredths is already there. Thousandths, okay, all right. And then if we were, again, to put a number 1 in here, then we're talking tens, all right. So that's how they work in the decimals. Okay, let's look at the next part. Okay, what we've got here is we've got 3 subtraction sums. So this is subtraction of decimals we're going to be looking at now. Now, my first thing I want you to think about, my first hack, is when you're looking at numbers like this, always look at decimals like they're dollars, okay? So instead of saying that's 9.4, look at that as $9.40, okay? Because that's really important, mate. It makes learning about decimals much easier if we think about them as dollars. So straight away, I want to put a 0 at the end of there because that looks more like $9.40, and that's $4.10. Before I look at decimals, I always think I will need to give an estimation and have an estimate what I think that answer is. Now, I know that if you take $4 away from $9, okay, that leaves you with $5, and then take 10 cents from 40, well, that's $5.30. Let's see how right we are. So we're going to go 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 4 is 3. And then 9 minus 4 is 5. Okay? And I can see all my houses line up. In this case, my hundredths, my tenths, and my ones. So I need to make sure that decimal place also follows down. Okay, so I need to make sure my decimal place is all the way down the bottom there too. All right, let's look at the next one that we have here. So we've got 0 minus 5, well, that's 5. Then we've got 7 minus 4, well, that's 3 decimal place. And then I've got 8 minus 2, which is 6. And then 6 minus 3 is 3, okay, $36, all right? And then we'll have a look at the next one. And like the next one, because there's some carrying going on. So we're going to have to do some trading here. Now, the first thing I need to look at is that's $145.12, and that's $21. So what we have here is we've got a slight difference because at the very end, we've got a 4 here, and that means we've got a 4 in our thousandths place, okay? We've got that 4 in our thousandths place. Now, for this sum, I obviously need to make sure that I have something sitting on the top of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly place a 0 up the very top of here, okay? Because otherwise, I won't understand it. So this is what I'm going to do. This is the easiest way. What is 0 take 4? Well, I can't do that, so I need to borrow from the one next door. So I cross him out, and I make him a 1, okay? And then I put my little 1 next to the 10. And I say 10 take away 4. Well, 10 take away 4 is 6. All right, then I look at the first one. I've got 1 take away 6. Well, I can't do that again. So I need to cross out the 1, turn that into a 0, and I put a 1 next to it. Bear in mind, just like I do in subtraction, like I would have done in the subtraction video, make sure you put it next to the number. So now that's 11 take away 6. Well, 11 take away 6 is 5. All right, then I've got 0 take away 3, which I can't do. I need to borrow. So I'm going to borrow from the 5. And then I'm going to put a 4 there and then a 1 up the top. Now I'm looking at 10 minus 3. Well, 10 minus 3 is 7, decimal place there. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 4 minus 2 is 2 and 1. And again, I look for the reasonableness of my answer. Okay, I've got $123.75, and I know I've got that thousandth at the end. Okay, I'm not going to forget about him. When I look at that number, $145. Let's go 145 minus 21. Well, 145 minus 21 is going to be about $124. All right, $124. But I also know that I've got numbers that are going on here. I've got 36 cents that I need to subtract from the original 12 cents. So I know it's going to be lower than $124. It's going to sit at that $123. And the reasonableness of that sum looks correct to me. And I'm happy to move on with my next question. Okay. All right, guys. In the next one, I'm going to give you a chance to have a go at those tasks yourself. So here you go, guys. Have a go at these. I'm going to get you to pause the video now. Give it your best go, and then you can have a look at the answers at the very end. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here. I'm just going to have a look at this one over here. So 64.9 and 1.99. Now, straight away, I'm going to look at that. And I'm going to say, well, that's $64. So that's this one here. That's $64.90, okay? And that's at $1.99. So that's close enough to $2. Well, what's $2 minus $64.90 is about $62, okay? $64 is about $62. So the answer around here is going to be estimations about $62. But the way that I'm going to figure this out and use my maths is that I'm actually going to see where the decimal point is. I want to make sure that my decimal point lines up, okay? I want them to line up against them. And to do that, I actually need to put a 0 here. And all of a sudden, I'm going to be 0 minus 9, 9 minus 9, 1 minus 4, and then there's nothing over here to minus the 6. So straight away, what is 9 minus 0? Well, I can't do that. I'm going to cross out that 9, and that becomes an 8, and that becomes a 10. Well, 10 minus 9 is 1. 8 minus 9 I can't do, so I'm going to cross out that 4, and that's going to become a 3, and my 1's going to sit there. Well, 18 minus 9 equals 9. Then I'm going to put my decimal point in. 3 take away 1 is 2. And then 6 take away 0 is 6. So it's 62.91, okay? 91, just by adding that extra 0. If you look at the next one, I'm going to do nearly exactly the same thing. I'm going to add a 0 just here. All of a sudden now, my decimal point lines up with my decimal point. My ones line up with my ones, my tenths line up with my tenths, and my hundredths line up with my hundredths. 9 take away, 0. So 9 take away 0 is 9. 9 take away 8 is 1 decimal place. And then 9 take away 7 is 2. Okay, and that's $2.19. All right, I hope you got those right. If you have any trouble with that, please get in contact with the teacher or watch this video again. All right, see ya. Bye.